Hello everyone, Blade Swing here, and in today's video I'm going to talk about how to get started into gold making. So, I'm making this video because when I started making gold, I really wanted to get into gold making. There was really no video telling me about and teaching me how I could get into gold making. I've learned something from YouTube videos, some of them, but mostly I've learned everything from Reddit and trial and error. So to start off, you have to know how much time you want to put in gold making. If you have a lot of time, if you don't have a lot of time, you just want to make some gold for the WoW token, or if you want to get serious into gold making. If you don't have a lot of time, I would suggest professions, some farming here and there. You could do some material farms, mining, herbalism, etc., because that's steady gold, or some flipping, but that requires some investment and that you have some capital already. If you have a lot of time and want to spend all of your time making gold, or more than 50% of your time playing WoW making gold, I would suggest heavy farming and stuff like that. So next up, you have to know if you want to make gold with farming, with professions, with flipping or investment, or even if you want to make gold with everything that you can make gold out of. Currently I make gold mostly with professions and flipping items and some investing. I also did some farming. I also have a farming tutorial on my YouTube channel when I used to mine and herb. So that's something that you have to choose. Farming doesn't require any investing, profession requires close to no investing and capital to start off, and flipping and investing requires you to have some gold to start with. Next up, after you chose your market, you have to study it. You have to know your market. You can't get into, for example, the food market or the gems market without knowing it. As an example, I'm going to show here the sales that I've been doing in the last few minutes. I've been selling a lot of gems for 3k and some critical gems for 1k, 1.5k. This is in the last few minutes. As I can show you here the auctions that I have to come to the mailbox. I have 56k in the last hour that I've made with only gems and some inscription tomes and this crown here. I've been making all this gold this hour because I know my market, and my competition is offline at the moment, so I can sell. I haven't been undercut for a while right now, so I can post, and I am sure that nobody will undercut me. And because it's most of guilds on my server raid today on the Thursday, and so after raid time I reset the market. As you can see here on TSM, it shows that the minimum buyout for this gem is 800 gold. I bought them from 800 gold to 1k gold. I bought a lot of Imperium, I bought a lot of Argilite, and I cut them, and I've been selling for 3k each. As you can see here, I already have some sales here. I also reset the critical gems market. As you can see, I have some here for 2k, which I bought for 600 gold each. As you can see here, as you can see here, the minimum buyout hasn't updated, sorry. The minimum buyout for the critical gems hasn't updated yet. So you have to know your market. For example, I haven't been selling a lot of enchants like I used to, and you can see that on my last mailbox opening video, because I know that my competition bought around 2 million worth of chaos crystals. So he can basically put up the enchants for so cheap that we have no profit. He has a lot of profit because he bought it for so cheap, 2 million worth of chaos crystal for around 100 gold each, and each chaos crystal goes for around 300 gold on my realm, so he has a lot of profit. I'm not going to sell any enchants until his stock of crystals runs out, so that's another point. And for example, the food market, you can have a lot of profit if you put up the foods before the raid time on your server. That's some of the things you have to know for your market. I don't really know how you can study a market for transmog, etc. For example, the BOE market, you shouldn't start investing on the new patch right now because the prices are going to drop. So I'm not going to invest on BOEs as much as I did on the release of Antaros, although the new patch is a lot of alt friendly because of the new legendary system and the revamp to the leveling. There will be a lot of alts right now, but still it's the end of the expansion, so I don't really know if the BOEs will sell. I have a lot of BOEs still on the auction house. They are selling. I've sold around 3 or 4 this week, so I'm hoping to sell all the ones that I have and the ones that I bought today. As you can see here, I've sold some Saber's Eye right now. I bought the Saber's Eye last week for 3k each. I started selling them at 12k because the Pandemonite was so expensive. Right now it's really cheap, the Pandemonite, so I wouldn't reset Saber's Eye right now because everyone can make Saber's Eye for cheap. But the Pandemonite was around 4 or 5k when I reset the market, so I had close to no competition. And next up is get prepared. If you want to get into farming, you have to know all the dungeons. For example, if you want to transmog farm, you have to know all the dungeons and spots that you want to farm, so you can come up to the auction house and have a lot of auctions up. If you want to farm materials, you have to prepare and know how much the materials sell for on your realm. If you want to start investing, you start preparing and gathering some gold, whether it's from order all missions or world quests or professions. And that's basically it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you like, leave a like and please subscribe. Thank you.